So you can start literally whenever you want.
Okay. Red leather, yellow leather.
Want to try that again, Parker?
Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, leather. 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to Why with Seth and Parker. My name is Parker.
I'm Seth.
And this is the weekly show where we dissect Billy Joel music, give stupid answers to stupid questions, and try to avoid talking about Seth's dead mom. How you doing this week, Seth?
You know I'm doing okay, Parker. How about yourself?
Good. Mother is alive at the moment, although she is in Florida. So
Is she doing okay?
Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts, because apparently everyone's trying to murder Florida at the moment. Clowns,
Yeah.
hurricanes.
No, can I tell
this
you,
guy named Matthew.
Parker? We don't make fun of Matthew.
Why not?
Because,
I mean, he's my least favorite gospel
Oh,
writer.
okay. That Matthew.
Sure.
Anyways, but speaking of the clown thing, I saw something on Facebook the other day that it said, Americans, 2016 cannot get any weirder. God, send in the clowns.
You know, I also saw on the internet that there's like a very big theory that this is just a marketing campaign for the remake of Stephen King's It.
You know, I heard that too, but I'm not 100% sure I believe that. I think it's just people being stupid.
I mean, that's what the clown thing is.
Stupid?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly.
One might say silly, but I don't feel like that's appropriate.
Get silly.
What have you been doing this week?
Oh, man, I have been running in circles at my wit's end, but nothing new about that, as I'm sure you're aware. And, you know, living life, loving Jesus, and trying not to break anything.
How's that working out so far?
I'm on the verge of not successfully living life.
We already kind of broke one of our headphones in the
so
studio.
Like, I didn't break anything. I'm still loving Jesus, and that's all I got going for me.
Are you ready?
I broke one thing.
What was that?
The headphone jack.
The headphone jack. Sorry, I'm being a little slow at the moment.
Yeah, it's okay. It happens.
Are you ready for our Billy Joel song of the week?
Yeah, let's hear it, Parker. What are you going to play for me?
I want to ask you this because I know you're so uncultured and you don't know any Billy Joel songs, but this would be probably the biggest chance I have. Have you ever heard of the song Piano Man?
I have.
Can you sing me any bit of it?
No, I cannot, but it has a really cool piano trill in it, doesn't it?
Trill?
Trill. Thing. Like, you know, the da-da-da-da-da-da.
Intro?
No, just
Solo.
Solo.
Are you looking for the word solo?
I think that's the solo word. That is the only word that I'm looking for.
Yes, because he doesn't understand solo outside the context of red and cup.
Red Solo Cup, I fill you up.
Oh, Lord.
You know, we could play that song one of these days.
We could,
Billy
but
Joel sang that, right?
We could, but why would you want to? A famous young Demi Lovato once said.
Ah, Demi. She gets me.
I accurately, got that one, right? That's the actual artist.
That was Demi Lovato. Good job.
But this song...
No, maybe it was Selena Gomez. I mean, I could, but why would I want to? I might have to look that up.
Yeah, but let's not do that right now. We can do that while we're listening to the lovely Billy Joel song, Piano Man. This was his first big hit. It's about a 5-minute song, so it's shorter than Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. But
thank God.
Wow, okay, fine, be that way.
Sorry, Parker. That song was long.
Yes, it was, because it was enjoyable. But this is Piano Man. It's about a couple of people who are in a bar on a Saturday night, and Billy Joel decides to give a little notice to each one of them, like a little profile.
Ooh, so like Criminal Minds all up in here?
No. I don't know what that show's about, but I'm pretty sure it's murder.
It's murder.
No murder happens at this bar.
Well, no, it's not about. It's about profiling people though, and figuring out who they are based on their mannerisms and how they conduct their murders.
Neato. Billy Joel didn't murder anyone yet.
That we know of.
But here's the song "Piano Man" by Billy Joel. So, what'd you think?
I think that was a very well put together song. I liked. You know, I'm kind of sleepy right now, but it wasn't boring, put me to sleep. It was like relaxing, put me at peace. So
yeah, it's kind of like a depressing version of Cheers.
Of what?
You never heard of Cheers? The sitcom from the 80s?
Parker,
Where
I didn't grow up.
Everybody knows your name.
Parker, I didn't grow up in the 80s.
I did. Fun fact Friday right there.
Right. Basically, you're like an old man.
Yeah. They say I'm an old soul.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
They also say that I'm stubborn, persistent, and know what I want. So, there's that.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
But any other thoughts about Piano Man?
You know, it made me think of this blog post that I wrote once. I talked about...
Somehow I knew you'd take it all the way back to you.
I like to talk about myself. What can I say?
That you're a narcissist.
I learned from the best. Want to know who that was?
Who?
You.
I am the best.
Oh my gosh, Parker, get out. Anyways, this blog post that I wrote a while back, it talked about statistics on different people, different populations, and how if you walked into a room of 50 people, general coffee shop atmosphere, what percentage of those people fell into certain categories such as mental illness, abuse, poverty, different things that they struggle with, different demographics that they may make up, and just talk to kind of like that idea of profiling people without, like, he's telling you all about his friends and what they are like, what they talk about, and their experience there. It's just kind of what that reminded me of.
Not everything has to have depth, Seth.
I think everything does have depth.
Although we are, like, dissecting Billy Joel music, I think you're, like, dissecting into nothing.
Okay, so you want me just to, like, say meaningless things like Billy Joel's dead?
He's not dead.
I'm pretty
He's
sure
not
he's
in Florida.
dead. I'm pretty sure he's dead.
He's not in Florida. He's not dead.
He's not in Florida?
That I know of. I don't really know the whereabouts of Billy Joel at every moment of every day.
You really don't? That's a shocker.
It is.
You're like his creepy stalker.
That's a lot of effort.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but the moral of the story is that this is just a very catchy song.
It is. I agree.
Overviewing patrons at a bar. And that's all it is. You don't have to bring it back to mental illness.
Parker, when we do that, when you turn 21, can we go, like, just watch people at the bars?
I can do that now.
But you can't enjoy adult beverages now, and that's the point. Like, I think it gets more fun the more alcohol you have in your system.
Yeah, we'll do that all the time next year.
Awesome.
But
what are we doing with our lives?
Doing a radio show. Come on, keep up.
Oh, I gotta focus.
And speaking of which, it's now the point of a radio show where we take stupid questions from...
Did you want us to say stupid people?
Yeah, but then I realized that we actually need to maintain our listeners. So we answer stupid questions with stupid answers, but
from some of our good friends.
And
some random strangers.
Yes. Last 2 weeks we took phone-in, but this is a warning. We will not take phone-in questions this week because this is a pre-recorded show.
Yes,
but you want to tell us about next week, Seth?
Yeah, I'd love to. So, folks, we are going to do something a little exciting next week. We're going to have our guest, Megan, from a few weeks ago. She's going to come in and run the phone lines for us.
She's going to be our producer instead of James this week.
James, sorry, we booted you for the week.
Sorry.
But, so we will be taking calls, answering questions, talking about your problems. We might give advice. We might also just ignore you and tell you to get over it and suck it up.
Yeah, I just like the flashy light that we get.
It's like a dance party when that thing goes on.
I mean, if I had epilepsy, I would die every radio show.
Epilepsy? Can you say that word again?
Epilepsy.
No, you said epilepsy. I have the recording to prove it.
Okay, but it's not new, mispronouncing things.
Yeah, okay, I get that.
But do you want to give them the phone number for next week?
I would love to. I was just about to. So it's like great minds think alike, perverted minds think together. Good job, Parker.
I'm Parker.
Yeah, I know you're Parker. Hi, I'm Seth. And the phone number you will be able to call next week is 785-532-0919, and we will gladly take your calls. We'll remind you of that phone number throughout the evening next week, but also if you could come up with some questions and things you might want to talk about live on the air, go ahead and start writing that number down and writing those down, and we will love to hear from you then.
You can also write down the word blueberry. Not for any particular reason, but just you can write it down if you want to.
Yeah, share with us the word blueberry. It's not going to get us very far, but you know.
Blueberry.
Whatever happens.
This has reminded me that we need a PSA for blueberries.
Yes, we do. That's a very important one.
Yes. Delightful, wholesome, the same color as Seth's hair. Delicious blueberries. There's been a PSA for blueberries.
Very good. I like that one.
Would you like to ask our first question, Seth?
I would love to, Parker. Our first question today is, why do soda vending machines have multiples of the same exact drink selection button? And Parker, I'd like to... was this Yahoo Answers?
This was Yahoo Answers.
Because I'm having trouble visualizing this. Are they talking about like the Coke machines with 100 things, or like...
No. Like You know when you have the dollar, I'm going to take a vending machine?
Oh, we're talking vending machine. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I was thinking like fountain.
No,
Okay,
that's for fountain drinks.
okay. It says
It's
vending
like
machine.
for like cans or bottles of Coke.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah,
Do you know the answer to this? Because I know the answer to this, but I want to hear your guess.
oh no, I'm now afraid that you actually know the real answer to this.
I do know the real
Okay.
answer to this.
So, Coca-Cola or PepsiCo or RC, they have only a certain amount of good drinks. So, they're going to stock 2 Coca-Colas, 2 Diet Cokes, 2 Sprites, 2 Fantas. They do Fanta, right?
One of those companies does, yeah.
Yeah, then 2 Dr. Peppers, because no one really wants to have the Diet Lime Coca-Cola, and they don't want the watermelon Fanta. Like, it's not something that everyone wants, so it would stay there forever.
Mm-hmm.
If you want a watermelon Fanta, you're going to go to the store because you're a stupid person who wants watermelon Fanta. Do they make watermelon Fanta?
I don't know, but we're gonna work under the presupposition that they do.
Okay, and they want to sell as much Coca-Cola as possible. That is why they have multiples.
Wow.
Do you want to inform me to the real reason why they have multiples?
Actually pretty close. But there's X amount of slots within the machine itself, and
Yeah.
so each of those slots correlates with one of the buttons that you can push. So, number 1, the more slot, like if you have 2 or 3 Coke slots, you will have to refill it less because people are taking out of all 3 of those. So it's a labor thing, but it's also kind of that preference. That some people are only going to want like 5 different types of drinks, and
least common denominator.
Yeah, you have to put out what people are going to want to buy, and it makes sense that if people are only buying these 4 or 5 drinks, that you stock those 4 or 5 drinks.
You know what I don't get?
What don't you get?
Bottled water. Like, you can buy bottled water from that machine, but I still don't understand. Most vending machines are like right by the water fountains. Why would you buy bottled water?
So you can take it with you.
You can take it with you, just not a munch, just what you can fit in your mouth.
Parker.
Yeah, you can take that fountain water really anywhere. Like if you're watering a plant, it just takes a little longer.
Just put it in your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh
But then
my gosh.
again, you should be using reusable water bottles.
Or reusing the plastic ones too, if you don't have the choice. Like, recycle, reduce, reuse, recycle.
I mean, that would be like a great opportunity for a real PSA, but we're too lazy.
Yeah. So, anyways, moving on, Parker. Do you want to do number 2?
Sure. This comes from one of my lovely residents, Jamie Lawrence, on good no floor 2. The best place ever that Seth will never visit. The happiest place on earth, dare I
Parker,
say.
ask the question because I have a really good answer to this.
Now that you want this to happen, I'm going to take as long as possible. Jamie, thank you very much for sending this question. And if
Was
you...
Jamie one that called us?
No, that was Lynette.
Lynette.
But
Good old
speaking of
Lynette.
which, we received this from our lovely Gmail. Seth, would you like to give them our Gmail?
I would love to. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't want to call us and you want to ask us a question, you can send an email to sethandparker@gmail.com. That's sethandparker@gmail.com.
You know, I'm kind of surprised you didn't spell out the phone number earlier with how much you love to spell out our communication. Because no way in hell...
I can tell the phone number in Spanish.
No, please
or
don't.
French. Do you want me to?
No,
Are you
I don't.
sure?
I'm going to ask the question now to
Okay.
shut you up. This question comes from Jamie.
This is how manipulation works.
This question...
Manipulation. Can we do a PSA for manipulation? Manipulation. Get it done.
That's not a PSA.
This has been a PSA for manipulation. I said it was a PSA, so it's a PSA,
Okay.
Parker.
Jamie says, if you guys could be any kind of alcoholic drink, what would you be and why? Thank you, Jamie. Seth, what alcoholic drink would you be
I would be something fruity
and why?
because I'm kind of fruity.
Okay. Do you have a specific kind? Like pina colada?
Ooh, pina colada.
Margarita?
No, margarita. No, cut me. No margaritas. No.
Daiquiri?
Perhaps. No. There's a really good drink at one of the bars here in town. It's like a Fruit Loop thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it tastes exactly like a Fruit Loop. It's pretty good.
Stale?
No, not stale. Like just I don't know how to describe it.
Like a Fruit Loop.
Well, I guess I just did. Anyways, that's my
You're just not
answer.
very good at describing it. You can describe it. You're
It's
just not
sweet.
good at it.
And its texture is actually kind of Fruit Loopy. So
That sounds disgusting.
it's not actually that bad.
I do not want to drink Fruit Loops.
But Parker, I'd like to hear what drink you would be. Probably something boring. and narcissistic
Like what?
and
What do you
emotionally
think?
independent.
What do you think my alcoholic
I
drink
think you're
would be?
actually just. I think you would be a solid like dark ale.
Solids
or
aren't
something.
drinks.
Like a dark ale, like
A dark ale?
something just very strong, steady, a good like go-to drink for a lot of people.
Do a lot of people like rely on ales? Do you know enough about the beer consumption in America?
I don't actually.
Ales is one of the least popular.
Oh, well, I'm thinking
Lager
like,
is very popular.
okay, so maybe like a dark lager or something. That
Lagers aren't dark. I don't know anything about beers though because I'm under 21, but I've learned some from Prague.
Yeah, when you were in Prague, you
Yes.
definitely
But
had exposure to that.
I dare to say I would probably classify myself as a Manhattan. Not because of the city I live in, the wonderful city of Manhattan, the Little Apple right off of 313 and 303 on Highway 70. This has been a PSA for Manhattan, the city. But Manhattan, the drink. Do you know what's all in Manhattan, Seth?
I do not, but I think that you are about to educate me.
Oh, wow. You want to try that word again? See, I can point out your failures too.
Educate.
I can point out your failures.
Do we? No. There's a lot of failures in our lives, Parker, and I think we're
Yes.
just going to have to agree not to talk about them all the time.
Yes. But a Manhattan consists of rye whiskey, usually made from Canadian corn. Do you know what Canada is, Seth?
Canada?
Can you speak Canadian?
Je peux parler le français. Ils parlent le français
No.
dans Quebec.
French Canada is the worst Canada. It's not a real
but
Canada.
it's still Canada.
But as I was saying, Manhattan is made up of rye whiskey, vermouth, and dashes of bitters, and garnished with a maraschino cherry, which I feel like highlights my personality. I am a nice, independent whiskey mixed with delightful, accentuating vermouth, just a little bit bitter. I mean, I think that's my personality in a nutshell. Just a little bit bitter, and then accented with just a little bit of fruit. Not entirely overwhelming like some people.
Oh. Hashtag me?
Yes, hashtag you.
Wow. I feel so loved.
Seth, I feel like we thoroughly answered this question. Again,
I'm pretty proud of
Yeah.
us. Like, this was a good one.
yeah, I mean, that was a good civil conversation about alcohol.
Jamie, thank you for this question. That was very, like, pivotal, I think, in the life of this radio show.
Yes, this is a turning point. Now we can work together without, I'm allowed to say bitching on the radio.
Say arguing.
Arguing. Okay, that's a good one.
Parker.
Hey, I have a good vocabulary. I want to use it.
Yes, use certain points of your vote. Anyways, how about we move on?
Yes. On to our next question, won't you?
What? Why is this even a question? This is
Well, because it ends with a question
well,
mark.
I get that, but it's so stupid.
What is the second part of our radio show?
Stupid answers to stupid questions.
Thank you.
It's still stupid. Anyways, the next question, Parker, I'd like to hear your response to this. What is considered the best paper towels?
I don't know. I don't buy paper towels.
I mean, yeah, I just kind of use whatever's around. Like, I don't have a preference.
Do you know why I actually put this question up here?
Why did you put this one up here?
First off, because it's a stupid question.
Yeah.
Second off, because I want to tell the story about my friend, Jim. Can I tell my story about my friend Jim?
Yes, you can. I just didn't know that this was where you were going with
Yes. Okay. I have a good friend named Jim. We've been friends since high school.
that. Poor Jim, I'm sorry.
Right. Poor Jim out there. He actually lives in good old Lee Summit, Missouri, where all my friends come from.
Are you also
From
going to
high
do a PSA for Lee Summit, Missouri?
No, it's Lee Scummit for a reason. But my friend Jim, one day when we were hanging out, like after school, like we were just chilling at Five Guys, and he came up to me with a paper towel hat on. Like he intricately made this like almost bowler hat like concoction, and then put it on his head. Walked into Five Guys, and he just comes up to me and just is smiling, and then I just begged the question, "Hey Jim, why you got paper towel hat on?" And
Oh, no.
he just looked me in the eyes and said, Parker, I have a bounty on my head."
Oh, my gosh. What?
This has been a PSA for my friend Jim. Jim, you're non-existent. You just means for a joke.
Are you kidding me?
Jim.
Jim doesn't exist?
Jim doesn't exist.
You know, that actually reminds me of another story, Parker.
Oh, is it about me being a terrible friend?
No, it's about making up fake people.
Oh, is it because...
Actually, like, this is more of a confession. Can I tell you a
Is it
secret?
the story about Ryan and Taylor?
No, not the story. Not that story.
Okay, go ahead.
Although I am really good at pseudonyms for my lovers.
He just steals me and my siblings' middle names.
On accident. But the point is that I gave a sermon once, and I opened the sermon with this very elaborate story about one of my friends.
It was you, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. Give me a second. I'm confessing. Like, you need to be a good priest and listen to my confession.
I'm not a priest. I'm a reverend.
Either way, listen to my confession.
They don't call me the irreverend reverend for nothing.
Parker, you're not listening. But my friend Tommy was his name. And Tommy was a good Christian boy, grew up in his good Christian home, never did anything wrong. And then Tommy went to college. And while at college, Tommy started to kind of get into some things that he probably shouldn't have. He fell very hard into alcohol, fell very hard into drug usage. His grades weren't too hot, and started to kind of slip away from his faith. And then one night, Tommy was out driving, and he was gone. He had drank quite a bit, and fortunately or unfortunately, you can look at it either way, he ended up running off the road and running into a tree and completely destroying his car, and had to go to the hospital he was unconscious for quite a while, and then he finally came out of it and started to heal. But he was in the hospital for quite a while, but somehow he managed to live through that experience. But the confession is that I completely made this story up for my sermon, to talk about how Tommy got his life together. And I couldn't decide if I wanted to kill Tommy or if I wanted to let Tommy survive. And I decided to let Tommy survive. But then after I gave the sermon, I told some people, and they're like, no, Tommy's not real. What? It was a really sad event.
That was a terrible joke.
No, it wasn't a joke. It was me being honest and messing up.
What you're saying is that what could have taken you 10 seconds to say took you about 3 minutes.
I was telling a story, Parker.
It was a bad story.
Parker,
there was no punchline.
Parker, I'm going to punch you. Does that count?
Well, then we're going to be out of a radio show because you'll be knocked on your... Am I saying, let's say
no,
ASS?
Parker, you got to stop this.
I can spell whatever I want.
Did you ask
TITTS.
Did you ask about spelling whatever you want?
NO.
There you go.
Are you ready for our next question, Seth?
One more question, and then I'm ready for a song break.
Okay. Seth, this comes from our lovely listener, Lynette, again.
Aww, bless her heart.
Lynette says, in all capital letters, so I'm going to move the mic away from me.
Oh, Parker, that was loud.
Your mom
is dead.
There's a bomb next to you. It has a red wire, a maroon wire, and a cherry wire. Which wire do you cut? Also, everyone on the planet is dead, and there's no internet for you to Google it.
Okay, so... Ooh, Parker.
I'm like an Inception up in here.
Okay, so here's my answer.
Yes.
I'm an extrovert. Everyone's dead, and the internet no longer exists. Do I really want to defuse this bomb and live on this planet anymore?
She never says that the wires defuse the bomb. She just says that there's a bomb.
No, it says, which wire do you cut?
Yeah. Doesn't mean it diffuses the bomb.
Well, the idea being...
It might explode the bomb.
Well, then I'd just sit next to the bomb and wait for my impending doom, because everyone's gone and there's no Wi-Fi.
There's other stuff. There's these magical things called books.
What's a book?
That's okay. So... I'm wondering, really, is the cherry wire cherry colored, or is it one of those
cherry flavored?
Yeah, a Twizzler. Is it a cherry wire? That sounds like a red vine, but even more off-brand.
Parker, you're off-brand.
So the answer is I'd cut the maroon wire, but eat the cherry wire first.
That's pretty good. I would just sit next to it and blow up.
So what if there's no? She never said any time or anything.
Well, I would hope that it blows up.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, whatever you do. Would you like to introduce me to this foreign song? Yeah,
I will. Well, I have two songs that we might not get to both of them tonight, but we'll at least get to this one. This song is more upbeat. It is called "Work" by Gio Lewis, and it's just...
Is that the one who teaches me how to twerk? You don't have to go to twerk.
Yeah,
twerk.
no,
twerk.
not that one. But we are gonna practice twerking while the song's playing.
Oh Lord.
Because I want to start a twerk team for Jesus.
You guys are so lucky that this isn't a TV show.
Oh, I think they're unlucky. Like, we need to start live casting this.
Oh, we might one of these days. That might be one of our special shows.
Or
For 1 month it's Megan, the other it's live questions. Then we just start twerking on air.
I'd be down for that.
Okay, what song are we playing?
I just told you "Work" by Gio Lewis.
And what a impression it made.
Oh my gosh, Parker. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a song from one of our good friends.
Wait, we're not going to
Wade.
hear my smart buttocks comment about that?
Did you want to make a comment about the song, Parker?
I just kept on saying 9 to 5, 9 to 5.
Working like it's 9 to 5.
Yeah, all I could think of was Dolly Parton in that movie.
Which
Working
movie?
9 to 5.
Is that the movie?
Yeah.
Oh.
Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living.
Well, okay.
You never heard that song?
I have not.
Oh my goodness.
But that's
gracious.
okay, because we have a question from Wade. Are you ready to hear what he has to say?
You kind of hurt my feelings. You didn't appreciate
Parker,
my smart,
you don't have feelings.
You didn't appreciate my smart Alec comment.
Whatever.
I said Alec instead of...
I know what you said, Parker, and I gave you a thumbs up, so just appreciate my affirmation of your behaviors and move on.
I don't
Because
know.
there are not many behaviors that I'm going to affirm. That's one of the few that I will.
You can affirm my behavior.
$20 is $20.
Okay, now I'm ready.
Do you ride escalators or walk up and down them?
Wait, who's this from?
This is from Wade, our good friend, Little Wade.
Yeah, I don't think he's little anymore.
He's not little, but like
He's
Megan
no
called,
longer a high schooler.
He's not. He's an adult, and I'm thankful. Like, Wade, thank you for being an adult. You are a blessing.
I doubt he listens to this show. I mean, after the first one.
This first one was not that much of a train wreck.
Okay.
I think you're a train wreck.
I follow this social etiquette that if you can do both. Elevators are wide enough that you can do both.
We're talking about escalators.
Escalators, I meant. Escalator, I barely know her, first off. Second off, if you want to just stand on the elevator or those airport escalators that don't go up, then you stand on the right. If you want to walk, you go on the left. Or climb stairs.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
I forget what comedian it was. I love escalators. Escalators are amazing. Once they're broken, there's just stairs. Oh, I'm sorry, I gave you stairs. They're amazing. I wish other things broke and gave me acceptable replacements.
Okay, yeah, I mean, that's
escalators
fair.
are amazing.
Okay, this has been a PSA for escalators.
Oh, wow, that escalates quickly.
I was going to say somewhat healthy, somewhat lazy.
Just like my life.
Right? Well, mine is the healthy.
I could be healthy.
When you try, which is very rare. Yeah. Once in a blue moon.
You want to tell the magical story of that one time we tried to exercise across campus?
I mean, there's not much to it. I got you to go on a run.
Oh, it was a thoroughly painful run.
I mean, you got through it, though.
Yes. Okay, fine. You just ruined my proposition to a lovely story. A little insight into our lives as friends, Seth. I'm sorry, radio listeners. We're not being friendship today.
Friendship is hard with you, Parker. It's, as I can sure about imagine it is with me also.
Yes.
So.
But
how do we have a radio show again?
Well, we walked up to KSDV and be like, hey, we promise not to curse too much, but we can spell things, right?
Parker, you... So,
hey,
did we actually answer this question? Because I think Wade wants to know the answer. Okay.
But you need your answer.
I didn't think I answered it. And I would say that it depends because, when they're moving, you're riding them. When they're not moving, you're walking up them or down.
But you don't walk while it moves?
It depends if I'm in a hurry.
Okay.
But, even then, you're still riding it.
Well, yeah, but... okay. Fine, be that way.
I'm just a punk, and get over it.
You are. So, are you ready for our next question?
Let's hear it.
Or do you want to feel like conversing again?
I think we do that within the context of the questions.
Okay,
so.
This question comes from Yahoo Answers once more. But before we get to it, Seth, what's the number that they can call not now, but a week from now?
A week from now? That number, if you're ready to write it down, ladies and gentlemen. And it's actually pretty easy to remember.
Before you write that down, Blueberry.
Blueberry, brought to you by Blueberries.
Blueberry. We don't know what it means, but you should probably write it down.
Yeah, that's a very important word. Good vocab if you're an ESL student. Anyways, if you choose to write this down or just memorize it, 785 is the local area code for Manhattan, but then you also get the 532 number, which is one of the area codes. And then finally, 0919 919 KSDB FM.
BLUEBERRY. Blueberry.
Parker, please tell me you just typed in on your computer how to spell blueberry.
Maybe.
Why? Don't answer that.
I just answered with maybe. Maybe's an answer.
Maybe Parker, stop talking. Yeah, just stop talking. How about we go on to our next question?
Okay. This question comes from Yahoo Answers again. Can I create a Facebook account for my pet? The answer is yes, but should you is an entirely different question. Seth, should you?
I think it depends on the importance of your pet. Because, and let me explain. I personally should not create any accounts.
You don't have
pets.
a pet.
Oh, I have pets at home, and I have pets in real home, like where I'm from. So I do have pets. But as far as creating a Facebook account for them, I think of like cats of Instagram, dogs of Instagram, those kinds of accounts. And I know this is Facebook, but same premise is a social media account directly for animals. And sometimes it's appropriate because sometimes animals are really photogenic. And so there are certain times that is acceptable.
But one singular animal. I don't think that there should be a page dedicated to one singular animal.
Well, I think it depends on the animal because like the killer whale at SeaWorld or something.
Mushu, right?
Mushy?
Maybe.
Mushy? I don't know.
I'm thinking... Okay, never mind. I'm thinking of what I want for dinner tonight.
Oh, dinner.
I barely know her.
This is a PSA for dinner. Dinner.
You might be Mushu. You might not. You might be a whale. This has been brought to you by dinner.
Dinner.
Dinner, a touch for beef.
LOL. Anyways, so that's my answer. That it
I'd
is
like
possible.
to note that he did not actually laugh out loud. He just said LOL. And you can listen to him laughing out loud when he does it. So he just lied to all you people. Wake up, sheeple.
Wake up, America. Trump is not going to make America great again.
Let's get... Well, how do we get to politics from here? My firm answer is no, do not create a Facebook account for your pet. If you think your pet's picture looks really nice, put it on your account, submit it to Best Dogs of Facebook or whatever. But you don't make a pet for Spot.
I don't think we have any listeners that are like famous enough to merit a Facebook account for their pet, unless like you get the
I
person
don't even
who
want to know
runs.
about Beyonce's pet. She can put it on her own page.
Yeah, she could, but also like I'm thinking like the CEO of SeaWorld might create, but they're not listening to our.
You don't know our listener base.
Well, if they're listening, I hope that they call in next week at 785-532-0919 for KSDB 919.
I think it's just our three listeners. It's Katiana from across the pond.
Yeah.
It's Wade Jones.
Yeah.
And it's the Sia.
Oh,
Sia.
Megan listens.
Not next week.
Oh. Well then, I don't know. Anyways, thank you to all of our lovely listeners, including our families.
Including Sia. Isn't that the girl who sings Chandelier?
Yeah, Sia.
I'm pretty sure I made this joke before.
Yeah,
we're doing long form humor.
Okay. Anyways, we digress into another question. So Parker, do you want to? I guess it's my turn to ask, actually.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind doubling up, but
And this one's actually all caps too. So I'm
from Lynette, good old Lynette.
Oh, thank you, Lynette. Okay, are you ready? So I'm gonna yell. And the question is, if you could destroy half of Detroit, would you destroy the left half or the right half?
Lynette, last week you
Could
gave
you
us...
hear that, Parker?
Yeah.
Okay.
A couple weeks ago, you gave us the option of the top half or the bottom half. When we decided on what part of our butt we wanted to cut off.
Oh, that was Lynette?
That was Lynette.
Oh, Lynette, you're so weird.
Lynette is very passionate about halves.
Lynette, you're so weird.
I'm not a big fan of Detroit to start with. How about you?
I'm not a fan of you to start with.
Okay, would you like to destroy my top half, my bottom half, or the right half, or the left half?
I just want to destroy it all.
Well, Lynette really wants half.
Okay, well...
Oh, she must love Arnold Palmer, because it's half lemonade, half iced tea.
Maybe. But I guess to answer the actual question...
I'm funny.
you're something else. I would have to say I would destroy the left half.
I'm just going to say breaking news. I have found sunglasses in the studio, and now I look, can I say hella fly?
Yes, you can.
I look hella fly.
Do you want to finish that phrase? Because I know that you have an ending to that
Hella
phrase.
fly for a white guy?
No, there's another ending. Do you want to use the other ending?
I honestly do not know what you're implying. I love you?
No, I'm the thing like when we talk. Anyways,
What? Oh, the future's so bright, I need to put on my shades.
no.
But what I'm trying to say is that, really, I don't care about any part of Detroit, but I'd have to say the bottom half because
that's not one of the options.
I make my own rules.
No, Parker.
I'm sorry, Lynette.
Parker, there are laws of physics that you have to adhere to here.
No, not like the bottom half of the city, but like the bottom half of the population.
Well, no, like the lower socioeconomic people?
Yeah.
Parker!
Which in Detroit is like a good 90%.
Then
It's like the worst city in the Midwest, except for Wichita.
Wichita's not bad.
Yeah, it is. Have you ever been there?
I lived right by Wichita.
But it was not Wichita. Wichita, the largest city in Kansas, for those of you who don't know.
Yeah, and you just apparently don't like it.
Yeah, it's Ta-Town, baby, the 316.
So done with you.
Wichititties. See, I said it that time. I
But,
didn't spell it out. Because I can.
Okay, anyways.
Are you ready for another question?
I think it would be a good time to talk about another question.
Okay. This again comes from Jamie, our wonderful listener Jamie, who asked about the alcohols.
Jamie, I'm sorry, I have a question.
She's actually the girlfriend of my roommate. So hi, Jackson and Jamie.
Jamie, what are you doing with your life that you are sending us this many questions? Like, shouldn't you be studying or doing something productive?
Shouldn't we be doing?
We are serving the public, Parker.
Really? Are we? With all those lovely PSAs?
This is a public service. This public service has been brought to you by Seth and Parker. Pretty fly. For some, I don't know.
Like
white guys?
Yeah.
I think
Have you not listened to that song?
No.
And all the girlies say I'm pretty fly for a white guy. Maybe I'll take over the second song next time and we'll listen to Billy Joel and my music.
No, Parker, no one listens to your music.
I have very particular taste in music.
But
speaking of which, wait, before we derail into this question, the actual point of this radio show, I want to say I now have a fourth favorite band.
What's your fourth favorite band, Parker?
The Eagles.
The Eagles, wow.
Eagles. Have you heard any of their stuff?
No.
Hotel California?
No.
Heartache Tonight?
No.
Oregon?
No.
Desperado?
No.
Tequila Sunrise?
No. Isn't that a drink?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Which I think, it's oranges, tequila, and grenadine, which I think is pretty, like, summation of your personality and face. I mean, you got the orange face, you got the red hair.
I'm not either of those.
And your personality is repulsive like tequila.
You're repulsive.
Your mom is dead.
Yeah, thank you for finishing that sentence.
Okay.
Let's answer this question and go on a song break.
You just ready to get rid of me?
Yeah, I just need a breather.
Breather, I barely know her. Okay. Jamie asks, do you guys think the phrase, I give you my word, means as much today as it did in the past? Thoughts?
I think...
Because I have big thoughts on honor.
Okay. I think that as a society, we have kind of drifted away from this idea of holding true to what we say and valuing honesty and following through on promises. So I think it's kind of a looser thing, but I also think that it depends on the person. Because for me, if someone says, I give you my word, that's a very unusual phrase. And so they had to think and be intentionally using that phrase. So they're probably, I don't know. It probably holds a lot of power for some people, but I also know that there are a lot of people that are just liars and they might use that to manipulate people. So.
Okay. Before I go into my answer, I'm wondering, do you know what cognitive dissonance is?
I do not.
It's a lovely term in social psychology that it defines how you feel uncomfortable when your actions don't align with your beliefs or words.
Okay.
So, hypothetically, someone says, hey, I'm going to only date good Christian people and they decide to date someone who's not Christian, they have to either change their morals or, break up with that person, or else cognitive dissonance will like overwhelm them with either guilt or something like that. That makes sense?
Yeah, that makes total sense. I get exactly what you're saying.
So yeah, when people do something that's against their beliefs, they want to correct either their beliefs or their actions. So either they will eliminate the criteria, like I only want to date Christian people, or they will eliminate the action, like dating a non-Christian.
Okay, that's a very good example, Parker.
Yes.
I wonder where that came from.
Right off the top of my head.
Wow,
But
you are incredibly smart.
Yes, I'm a social psychology major. But my belief is that honor is very important to me. That if someone dishonors you, that then they need to like repay that, and that it's very hurtful when people come after my honor. I can go after my honor all I want, but when other people talk bad about me, I had to find a word that's not.
Yeah, I get you. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. You didn't have to use the dump button.
Yeah,
Hey.
I don't have a dump button, and I'm pretty sure a dump button's broke right now.
Oh yeah, so I'm not allowed to curse or be
Yeah.
on the radio.
Yeah, you're just. I don't know why I brought you to the radio.
But it feels like in Western society that honor is just not prevalent anymore. So those with honor get left behind by those who just want to muck everything up, and just take advantage of everyone who believes in honor.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and that was.
It grinds my gears, I tell you, sometimes when people act dishonorably towards me.
And that is Parker taking away from the seriousness of this moment.
Grind my gears? That's not always Family Guy.
Well, that's what it makes me think of.
Well, I don't meaningfully take away from the seriousness of the situation. It just kind of happens.
Yeah, you're kind of naturally not serious.
Yeah, I could be serious, or ponder this, I could be fun. Or I could be both. This is what you're about to say,
You could be
right?
seriously fun.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Well, would you like to introduce us to this final song?
I'm just going to give our audience a break because I feel like they need it. So we're going to have a Disney moment, and we're just going to hang out and listen to some...
Butterfly in the sky.
No, wrong song, Parker. Because some good old Phil Collins from Tarzan, You'll Be in My Heart. Sound good?
Sure.
Okay, folks, we'll be back.
We're back. That was Tarzan-alicious.
Don't you love that movie? Because I am in love with Disney.
It has been a long time since I've seen it.
Oh, Parker, we need to change that. Can we have a Tarzan night?
Yeah, sure. Like,
Okay.
does it involve the new one?
Oh, we can watch the old one and the new one.
I mean, I haven't seen the new one.
I haven't either. So, awesome. That works.
Maybe. Okay, we have one final question. Are you ready for it, Seth?
Let's hear it, Parker.
This is from our beautiful producer, James. Wonderful, wonderful James.
Oh, I miss him.
And-
He needs to come over more.
Yes, he does.
Can we have well, never mind. You're under 21. I was going to suggest wine night with James, but...
Yeah, I think he's under 21 as well. Actually, no,
really?
he just turned 21.
Yeah, okay.
This question is, Seth, what did we learn today?
Ooh, that's a tough one, Parker. The first thing I would say that we learned today was that Parker thinks he knows something about vending machines.
I know something, that they're called vending machines.
Well, I mean something more in depth. But Parker, what's
Yes.
one thing that you learned today?
We learned about watermelon Fanta. We don't really know if it exists or not, but, it might.
Oh, very good. I'd also like to add that Parker is Reverend, not Father, and this is the part where I can make a daddy joke, but I'm not going to.
Probably for the best. Because, I am an honorable reverend. Or dishonorable, seeing however, whatever.
Except when people call you daddy.
We learned today about my good high school buddy, Jim.
I hate you so much, Parker.
He loves Five Guys, he loves puns, and, he's not real.
Poor Jim.
Oh, such a great guy.
And on a serious note, we also learned how much Parker values honor.
And finally, you know what we learned today, Seth?
What else did we learn?
We learned about the word blueberry. We don't really know why you people at home wrote it down, but you did. Do you guys know why you wrote it down? Speaking of blueberry, what is our phone number again?
I was just going to say, since you're already writing down this random stuff that
Yeah,
we say,
blueberry.
remember to come up with questions for next week where you can call us at 785-532-0919, or if you will not be able to call during the live show, email sethandparker@gmail.com.
Wow, I that was a pretty nice, succinct show. I think we did a good job.
I'm proud of us, Parker.
I mean, I'm not going to break our arms jacking off, but that was pretty good.
Okay. Okay, very good. So we're gonna go ahead and sign off, folks. Thank you so much for joining us this week. Go ahead and hop on next week and give us some phone calls. We would love to hear from you, so we can listen to some more Billy Joel music. Go ahead and keep on giving that bad advice, make more inappropriate jokes, and answer the age-old question: are eyebrows considered facial hair? In the meantime, come up with questions and send them to sethandparker@gmail.com. Or check our other shows out at soundcloud.com/with Seth and Parker. We will talk to you later, and we hope you all have a great week.
Have a good night. Do you think anyone's ever breaking their arm